WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning. I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, March 10th. Fire officials are trying to figure out what caused a house fire that killed an elderly woman in Jackson County yesterday. It happened just before 5 a.m. off US 421 in Sand Gap. 5 fire departments were called in to shuttle water because there wasn't a nearby hydrant. Lauren Miner has the reaction from the community.
A scene that has left the Sand Gap community heartbroken. Several fire departments responded to a home on Morris Lane early this morning. Linda Bowles lives right down the road and learned the news from a neighbor.
I rode down to the road and the house was gone.
Bowles says she knew the victim found inside the home. Her name has not yet been released by the coroner, but she says the woman was well respected and someone many share memories with.
She taught me in Sunday school. I even had her in Sunday school when I was a little girl. So I've known her all my life.
Bowles tells me she never met a stranger.
No matter where you meet her at, she'd stand and talk to you. I mean, she was that way.
And her home, I'm told, was filled with beautiful antiques.
She was a collector of antiques, and her husband made a lot of the furniture.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Police say there does not appear at this time to be anything suspicious about it. And while fire investigators look for answers, members of the community reflect on the woman many called a friend.
We'll miss her and we'll think about her a long, long time.
In Jackson County, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Police say the woman's body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. And now it's time to check in with meteorologist Paige Noel for a look at the forecast. Paige, what can folks expect as they head out to church this morning?
Well, Taylor, I think they can expect to be a little sleepy this morning after losing an hour of sleep. We've seen that sun rising a little bit later this morning. You can see that here on the WYMT studio cam, but it is an absolutely beautiful sunrise. So we saw the sunrise really just a couple of minutes ago, but check out the sunset. It's going to be around 7:30 tonight. I know a lot of us are dreaming of those summer nights. Now, we dealt with a little bit of rain last night, but now we're seeing that really get out of here. Most of that cloud cover getting out of here as well. That's going to make for plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures very warm right now, anywhere from those mid to upper 50s. So if that's a little bit of foreshadowing as where our temperatures are going to be today, well, they're going to be nice and warm. You're definitely going to want to spend time outside. We'll see that trend really continue over the next couple of days, along with some sunshine returning. We do have scattered rain chances in the forecast, but it's going to be a while before we see them. I'll have that full forecast for you coming up in just a little bit. Taylor.
Thank you, Paige. The Breckinridge County Sheriff was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence. Kentucky State Police say officers responded to a 2-vehicle crash on Kentucky 259 in Breckinridge County Friday night. They found Sheriff Todd Pate hiding beer bottles in the woods, smelling like alcohol with bloodshot eyes. The other driver was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Pate pleaded guilty to the DUI in 2015. And yesterday's warm weather brought some teachers to the sidewalks of downtown Prestonsburg. Floyd County teachers are protesting House Bill 205, which they say will take money from already underfunded public schools. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher walked the streets with them to know why they believe this bill is toxic.
Sending their message loud and clear.
We're here today for our children. Even though I have laryngitis, I'm not going to be silent.
Greta Gilbert and Angela Coleman are teachers in the Floyd County school system.
We are rallying for public education. There's an attack on public education in this state.
Saturday, many Floyd County teachers lined the streets of downtown Prestonsburg.
They came after our pensions last year. They're coming after our schools this year, and it's not acceptable.
There are multiple House bills they are keeping a close eye on, but Saturday, their main focus is House Bill 205.
So 205 would take that money away from public schools, which we're already trying to scrape by as it is.
Gilbert says public schools play a big role in each community.
Our public schools are servicing all kids. Nobody's excluded.
And they say this bill will hurt the students in the long run.
This is not just about teachers. This is about our students, because at the end of the day, anything they do to hurt our schools, hurt our teachers, hurts our students, and they're our most precious resource.
And they want the state to know their opinion on the bill.
Shout out to 8th grade day students. Miss Coleman loves you.
In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Angela Coleman says they hope to have more rallies like this in the future. Earlier this week, media outlets reported Governor Matt Bevin said he supports the bill that offers tax breaks when people donate to private school scholarships. And the Kentucky basketball team now turns its attention to the Music City for the SEC tournament after the bracket was released last night. Kentucky won on senior day over the Florida Gators yesterday afternoon, helping secure UK the #2 seed for the conference tourney. The Wildcats are seeking their 5th straight conference tournament championship and their 7th in John Calipari's 10 seasons at Kentucky. UK will play either Alabama or Ole Miss on Friday at 7 p.m. down in Nashville. We will also have coverage here on WYMT from the Music City leading up to Friday's game. Tommy Poole will have more from John Calipari and the Wildcats coming up in just a few minutes in sports. And this weekend is the WYMT Sport, Boat, and RV Show at the East Kentucky Expo Center in Pikeville. It's not just boats, trucks, RVs, and off-road vehicles. There is a trout fishing pond, clothing, hot sauce, fishing lures, and more. Some of the local vendors say buying something now almost guarantees that you'll be getting the best deal of the year. And it's fun for kids too. Kids 12 and under fish for free.
Well, the kids enjoy fishing here, and we just keep coming back because, as you can see, we're pretty busy.
If you missed the expo, you can head over today until 5 p.m. And yesterday, 43 years ago, on March 9th, 1976, the first of 2 explosions rocked the Scotia mine in the Oven Fork area of Letcher County. 26 men were killed, 15 by the first explosion, and 11 died after the second on March 11th. Several others survived the gas and coal dust explosions. The disaster prompted Congress to revise the Federal Mine Safety and Health Act. And in Ohio, the State Commerce Department awarded the first certificate of operation to a medical marijuana processor. Grow Ohio received the certification on Thursday. The state plans on awarding more licenses. Processors can turn cannabis into edibles, creams, and other products. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, opening day of Keeneland's Spring Meet is now less than a month away. We have highlights of their annual job fair coming up next. And later in sports, senior day at Rupp Arena as the Wildcats hosted the Florida Gators in an important final regular season game that had SEC standing implication. More on that coming up.
And warmer temperatures and sunshine return to the forecast. Those details in just a few minutes.